It's Dalembert and Martin at center. And here's the tip, and we're underway from Kansas City. CBL action in the year 2015 is underway. Monta Ellis setting up. Joe Johnson posting up on the baseline. Turnaround fadeaway jumper hits it off the side of the backboard, and Deron Williams comes up with it. Lehigh Valley on the run. They like to run a half-court offense, but when they get the transition opportunity, they're going to look for it. Martin down on the low block to Williams. Williams underneath. Puts it up, off the backboard, no good. Garnett comes away with it. It's Tyreke Evans up the floor. Hands it back, good swipe by Faried. Johnson hands it off down low. Gives it to Garnett, shot and the foul. And there are your first 2 points of the season, coming from Kevin Garnett. So Garnett knocks down the extra free throw. And that'll make it 3-0 here early on in the first game of the CBL season. Kobe Bryant handling the ball. DeRozan fakes, drives inside, floater's good. Coming up on 10.5 here in the first quarter. Ellis working to get over to Johnson, post up on the elbow. Ooh, nice shimmy move over DeRozan. Can't knock that one down either, but Dalembert with the offensive board, and the ball works its way out to Evans. Johnson gets a second chance, and he'll knock that one down, not missing. And Joe Johnson gets his first points of the year. Makes it 6-2 with 10:18 left in the first. Bryant trying to go right. Gonna go anyway. Goes baseline. Stopped on the low block, forcing the issue. Slapped away by Evans. Ball works its way back outside, and Deron Williams knocking down the three. So a broken play is salvaged, and Deron Williams is able to knock down the three from straight away. 6-5, under 10 here in the first quarter. Ellis, nice pick from Johnson. Finds an opening. Spin move on the low block. 4 on the shot clock. Gonna need to figure out something quick, but Williams playing good defense here at the buzzer. Can't get it, but he gets his own rebound and puts it back. So Monta Ellis on the board for the first time this year. Monk shooting 50% early on. Baskets made by Johnson, Garnett, and Monta. While Williams and DeRozan have been the scorers for Lehigh Valley, and that will remain so for at least another possession. Here comes Kansas City on the run. Johnson hands it off. Ellis on the elbow, kicks it back out. Evans straight away, 3, no good. Bryant comes up with the board. The Jets on the run. Pass ahead to Williams. He's able to finish off. That's 5 early on here for Deron Williams. Kansas City going to look to run the half-court offense. The key, says head coach Bernard Slaughter, is the unpredictability of what the wings and guards are able to do. Martin able to predict that and block it. Here's Lehigh Valley on the run, and DeRozan is there to finish it off, and Lehigh Valley takes the lead back. That's 4 for DeMar DeRozan to go with Williams' 5. Evans out to Johnson. Tries to hand it off to Dalembert. Good active hands by the Jets. Bryant with the ball, hands it inside. Kenyon Martin, the 15-year vet, is able to get his first points of the season off the assist. Another one from Kobe Bryant. 7:40 left in the first quarter. And after faltering for a short stretch, Lehigh Valley has taken command. Kansas City trying to stay in this here in their home opener. Here's Johnson, stopped at the free throw line, gets past DeRozan, but has to deal with Kenyon. Shoots over him and is able to get it in. So Joe Johnson scores again. He leads the Monks with 5 points. 7:10 left in the first. Ball to Kobe, an open one at that. He'll drive the lane. Evans able to recover on defense, and the loose ball gets right back to Kobe, oddly enough. And he'll have to put it up at the shot clock buzzer, knocks it down, his first points of the year. So now Kobe's finally on the board after pretty much doing more distributing than scoring. And he puts Lehigh Valley ahead by 3. Very interesting. Some good active hands on that last possession by Kansas City, but no one could really keep track of where the ball was, and it eventually ended up back in the hands of the Black Mamba, oddly enough. So now Bryant playing defense, and it's good enough to disrupt Evans' shot. Here comes the Jets the other way. Williams rushing it to the baseline. He stopped just outside the low block, gets it back to reset. And he loses the ball. Evans with the steal. Kansas City on the run. How will they finish? Under the basket, hands it off. Garnett, no good. Faried pulls down the board. Halfway through the first quarter here from Kansas City. Ooh, behind the back pass to DeRozan from Kenyon Martin leads to the finish. DeRozan has 6, and when he shot, he has yet to miss. So the Jets are ahead 15-10, just under 6 minutes left in the first. This is CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. Be sure to tune into the Coliseum Sports Network every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday through the end of October for some great CBL action. All 40 games, one a night on the Coliseum Sports Network. Our next matchup tomorrow, we'll see the Las Vegas Silver Stars taking on the Alaska Glacier Bears. You can check out CBL action on the Coliseum Sports Network. We're back in Kansas City here. Monta Ellis comes out of the timeout, going for 3. Dalembert able to clean up the mess, put it back up and in. And Dalembert on the board for the first time this season. Coming into the year, no one on the Jets roster is over 6'9", though they compensate for it by having a lot of strength up front in Kenneth Faried and Kenyon Martin. One was wondering how they would do in the paint and on the boards, and so far they've comported themselves well. Johnson trying to handle the ball in the post, almost loses it, gets it back, see if he can redeem himself as he shoots over DeRozan. He misses, and Faried comes down with the board. Under 5 left in the first. Williams open in the corner, and he knocks that down. That is a 2. So 7 points for Deron Williams, makes it a 5-point game yet again for the Lehigh Valley Jets. Double team to Ellis, gets it over to Tyreke Evans. He still can't get his first points of the game. Dalembert is challenged twice, and that possession ends with a block by Kenyon Martin. A great stuff there by the 15-year vet who actually retired from professional basketball on July 2nd, but he's finishing out his career here in the CBL, playing a quick 10-game season here with the Lehigh Valley Jets. We have substitutions for the first time, and a number of them at that as the second unit comes in for Kansas City. Here's Trey Burke getting the inbound from Melvin Eli. Burke with the ball and nowhere to go, has to kick it back up top to Beasley. 4 on the shot clock, gonna have to figure out something quick. Posting up in the post, goes up off the backboard and in, as Beasley is the first bench player in the league to score. Kevin Garnett was the first in CBL history to score. Michael Beasley, the first bench player. Only down 3. They're shooting a horrid 33%. But you can thank offensive rebounds for a couple of those extra opportunities. Faried goes up, draws the foul against Eli. That's Eli's first, and that is the Monks' first team foul. So Kenneth Faried will go to the line and have to earn his 2 points there. 17-14 with 3:49 left in the first. Kenneth Faried, 2011 draft pick out of Morehead State. 12.6 points, 8.9 rebounds in 2015 in a Nugget season as he makes the first free throw. That saw a lot of controversy. Head coach Bryant Shaw feeling he couldn't reach out to the players not really into it. Kenneth Faried being thrown in different confusing roles. It really just led to a mess as he misses the second free throw. But he's hoping to come back stronger this season with more of an emphasis on defense. 4-point game off the 1 of 2 from Faried. Another miss from the Monks, and they're struggling from the field. Lucky to only be down 4 early on. Phil Pressey in the game. Kicks it over in the corner. Mo Harkless knocking down the 3. Or knocking down the long 2, pardon. The Jets shooting very well. 69% from the field. 20-14, 3:10 left in the first. Burke over to Burks. Back up top, reverses the ball. Beasley gonna have to put up the tray, and it's pure. 5 points for Michael Beasley. And an alley-oop, intended for Gerald Green. And that'll go out of bounds. That's our first alley-oop attempt of the season for the Lehigh Valley Jets. If you look at their lineup, a lot of players on the roster are known for their athletic dunking abilities. As Phil Pressey and Deron Williams, the 2 point guards, are going to be looked to toss up some nice lobs for the crowds, both in Lehigh Valley and abroad. There's a dunk there from Terrence Ross. But as I was thinking that's all the Jets had to offer, as I wrote in my CBL preview, their head coach, Jeff Seymour, he took issue with that, felt that this team had a lot to offer on defense as well. And so far, they're doing well. They've only allowed 19 points, and the Monks, outside of Michael Beasley, who knocks down his 7th point, is doing fairly well, allowing only 19 points so far with a little under 2 minutes left. Out pops Gerald Green. He's known for a dunk or two, but we'll see if he can get open on the baseline. If he gets out in open traffic, that's when teams are in trouble. He misses the jumper, and Burke, the point guard, pulls it down. Gets it out ahead to Beasley. Hands it off to Burks. He'll rush in and miss the layup off the challenge by Mo Harkless. Terrence Ross operating with the ball. He'll give it back to Pressey. Pressey goes baseline up top, back to Ross. And the long rebound caught by Jeremy Evans. Harkless gets it over to Ross. Gerald Green goes up. Euro step is good. I think if he started that gather a couple of feet back, he would have been able to go up for the jam, but instead he's able to at least get the layup and keep the Jets up by 5. That's essentially been the high water mark so far in this game for the Jets. Under a minute here, closer to 30 seconds. Time running down for the Monks. They've had a rough first quarter, all things considered. Mid-ranger no good by Eli. Pressey pushing it up the floor. Alley-oop to Gerald Green, and there's the connection. First one of the season from Pressey to Gerald Green. 7-point game now for the Jets, 25 seconds and counting. Beasley knocks down the jumper. He has yet to miss. And that's the type of production that Bernard Slaughter wanted from Beasley off of the bench. Beasley as well as Burks and Burke. He essentially wanted the second unit to be that mere extension of the first unit. and how they're comprised. We'll see if they'll do better in the second quarter. Some rough shooting keeps them down, but only by 5 here in the first game of the CBL season. We've had some highlights so far. Jets up 26-21. Welcome back to Kansas City, 26-21 after a quarter. First game of 40 total across the league, but first of 10 for both teams. And Gerald Green was able to get some key points, has 4. One off a Euro step layup and another off of an alley-oop from Phil Pressey. Here's Gerald Green driving the lane, goes up, draws the foul. That'll be the first on Jeremy Tyler and the first team foul of the quarter on Kansas City. Gerald Green, Houston native, just signed a contract with the Miami Heat after spending last season with the Phoenix Suns. He is able to knock down the first free throw. So he now has 5 points on the day. Gerald Green, 11.9 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists on the year. On July 9th, that deal with Miami, a 1-year, $1.36 million offer. So we'll see if he'll take that trapeze act to South Beach, as he's able to knock down both free throws. 28-21, just starting the second quarter here. Berg not sure what to do with the ball. Dips it down low to Eli. Kicks it back out. Johnson for 3. And he comes back from off of the bench, fresh and ready to go. Back to a 4-point game. Another alley-oop, this time to Terrence Ross. He was hanging out along the baseline, and the good backdoor cut leads to a ferocious jam by Terrence Ross. 30-24, under 11 here. And Johnson puts up a 3 from the opposite side. Can't convert. Board pulled down by Lehigh Valley. Pressey, another alley-oop. Let's take a look at that one on replay. Mo Harkless going up and getting that one. So after a subdued first quarter, Phil Pressey getting his Lob City on. And it's an 8-point game for Lehigh Valley. Open lane for Burks. He'll drive inside and can't complete the layup. That's the second time today. Last time was a challenge by Mo Harkless on the fast break. And then Ross with the challenge there and came up with the board. Green trying to work his way inside. Not a lot of time left. Pulls up from the elbow. Knocks down the jumper. And Lehigh Valley is up by 10. That's 8 for Gerald. .940 left here in the second quarter. Kansas City losing it here as most of the second unit is still out on the floor. There isn't much of an excuse because all of Lehigh Valley's second unit is on the floor. Here's Johnson from the corner. He can't knock it down. And he's had some troubles as he's tried to put up threes, and you can see his woes there. 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from the outside. Kickball violation will keep the ball with Lehigh Valley and will give both teams an opportunity to make mass substitutions. All the starters are back in for Kansas City, and all of the starters except Kenneth Faried are back in for Lehigh Valley. Deron Williams just hanging out. top of the key, kicks it back to Mo Harkless, who will knock down the three. An 11-3 run here for Lehigh Valley. And that's 7 for Mo. And a good time as any for Bernard Slaughter to call a timeout, as the struggles of the Monks have gotten the Sprint Center crowd out of it. 37-24, 8:59 left in the second. Welcome back to Kansas City, 8:59 left in the second quarter. 11-3 run for the Lehigh Valley Jets. That put them ahead by 13. Monta Ellis and the rest of the starters back in the game. Joe Johnson still putting up shots and still not making them. Rebound by Kenyon Martin. That's 3 of 9. Now for Joe Johnson. Kobe in the corner. That's a scary sight, but he's not able to knock it down. Johnson rips down the board, still being active on the floor despite his shooting struggles. Pass over to Evans. He's wide open and still can't finish. First rebound of the game for DeRozan. He had a hot first quarter. Now he's going to look to carry that momentum into the second. Out pops DeMar. He'll go up. Nice step through. And that just extends the lead for Lehigh Valley. DeRozan with his first points of the quarter. 15-point game, and Kansas City will call another timeout. Bernard Slaughter thinking maybe you didn't hear me the first time. And they will re-strategize and see if they can make a run with 7:50 left in the second. Welcome back to Kansas City, a 15-point game. If you happen to perhaps be from southeastern Pennsylvania and you're enjoying this game, or if you're a basketball fan in general, be sure to like this video. And for more, as this is game 1 of 40 on the season, be sure to subscribe to the Coliseum Sports Network for more CBL action and much more in the worlds of basketball, football, and baseball. That is coming down the chute. Another one finally goes down for Joe Johnson, and he now has 6 on the quarter. Of his 4 made shots, 3 of them have been from the outside. Bounce pass down low to Bryant, left open, and he'll get the lay-in. Kobe Bryant, subdued game so far, even though his services clearly haven't been needed at the moment. He only has 4 of Lehigh Valley's 41 points. Ellis driving the lane, finds an opening against Williams, takes on Kenyon Martin, and wins out even though he didn't get the shot, as Martin is called for the foul. Monta Ellis from Lanier High School in Jackson, Mississippi. 18.9 points, 2.4 rebounds, 4.1 assists in his final season with Dallas. He is able to knock down the first free throw. Signed a deal with the Indiana Pacers this year, or over the summer, and he did that on July 14th. Coach Slaughter putting Monta Ellis at the starting point guard position, even though in 2015 he didn't play the point guard position at all, playing 99% of his possessions from the shooting guard position, though he did spend 95% of his possessions as a point guard in 2014 with the Dallas Mavericks. Both go down for Monta. That'll put a bit of a dent in the deficit, which is still quite large, as we have another kickball violation, this one on Joe Johnson. And that will allow Lehigh Valley to keep the ball. Faried finally getting the opportunity to come into the game. So all the starters are back in for both sides. Faried posting up here against Kevin Garnett. And Garnett wins out as he's able to disrupt the shot, contest it, and get the board. 6.5 left in the first half. Here's Johnson. He's posting up against Bryant. Kicks it back out to Evans. Back down low to Garnett on the low block. Fade away out of the post. No good. Pulled down by Dalembert as he's able to go up and draw the foul. And that's another one on Kenyon Martin, his second. Samuel Dalembert, a native of Haiti. Spent 2015 with the New York Knicks. Well, part of it. He was waived halfway through the season. And he misses the free throw, so he finishes with 4 points. Or he has 4 points at the moment after not being able to convert. Ball reversed over to Deron Williams, who misses, pulled down by Garnett again. And now it seems like Lehigh Valley is having a bit of a cold streak here as Kansas City tries to find a way to get back into the game before the half. Evans bounce pass to Johnson, gets it down to Dalembert, and that one not as simple as Lehigh Valley pushes it up the floor. Tries to bounce pass it in traffic to Faried, and that hits off of the foot of Joe Johnson, and he is the last one to touch it. So Kenyon will inbound it, 14 on the clock. Gets it over to Faried. To Bryant. Going to work against Tyreke down low. Martin blocked by Dalembert. Tyreke kicks it up top to Garnett. He wasn't going to have it for long. Ball over to Ellis going baseline. Hands it off to Dalembert. Low block. Steps through and no good. Rebound by Kenyon Martin. Bryant matching up with Johnson. Gets it over to DeRozan. Mid-ranger no good. And both teams are cold right now. Ellis open for three to end the cold streak and can't do it. And a loose ball foul. That'll be on Dalembert as he knocks down Kenyon Martin as they were both boxing out. 4:32 left in the second. And Lehigh Valley was already going to get the ball, but now they get the ball with another foul tacked onto their opponent. Deron Williams open orange lane to drive into, and that will keep the Monks at bay, at least for now. 9 points for Deron Williams, his first two of the quarter. Johnson for three, knocks down the tray. He has 9 in the second quarter, 14 total, and there's a Jets timeout as the Monks get back within single digits. It's CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. .405 left here in the second quarter. And the Monks have been chipping back at the deficit. They've been down by as much as 15. Here's Williams, gets it over to DeRozan. Back to Williams. Hands it off for Faried. Off the backboard and in. A modest 3 points for Kenneth Faried. And that will put the lead back up to double digits, 45-34. 3.5 left in the second quarter. Johnson to Ellis. Nifty behind the back move, under the basket to Dalembert. He'll take a step, go up, and draw the foul. And there's another one on Kenyon Martin. That is his third. Kenyon Martin has committed all 3 fouls in this quarter. Either way, Samuel Dalembert waived halfway through last season. He signs over the summer with the Dallas Mavericks, who he spent the 2013-14 season with. So this will be his second stint with the Dallas Mavericks, as he'll hope to make a difference down low. He makes the first free throw in his lower 30s. And as you see, he still has a lot to offer down in the post. And he'll knock down both. That's 6 for Samuel Dalembert. Both teams shooting well at the line, have only missed one on either side. Just a matter of how often they're getting to the line. Kobe Bryant open, knocks down the jumper. He only has 6 today. You usually expect Kobe to have a lot more. Ball down low to Ellis. Faces up, and he'll have to retreat here against Williams. Here's Johnson. Ooh, gets past DeRozan, then loses the ball in the process. Passes ahead, and that's deflected by Ellis. Back up top, Bryant, long two, no good. And corralled by Joe Johnson. Here's Evans. Works back out to the wing. Up top, Ellis. Shoots over Kobe and finishes. First three-point field goal made by Monta. That's the 13th field goal attempt you saw on that graphic that just passed. A huge three-point attempt discrepancy, as Lehigh Valley likes to attack the basket a lot more. They haven't needed the three ball as much. Ellis trying to take it by himself, but the Jets had numbers. They don't like to crash the offensive boards. They like to get back on defense and disrupt any transition opportunities. 1.5 left in the second quarter. Ellis kicks it over Garnett. Time running down, straightaway three. Joe Johnson. He's been trying to be the marksman here for Kansas City, though you have to wonder if at times he's been shooting them out of it. Deron Williams trying to fight his way in, ends up on the near baseline. So he's waiting for this play to reform here. Couldn't figure out anything, and Kevin Garnett does not have time for you to be vacillating on what to do with the ball on the baseline, and Deron Williams touched that last as the ball was going out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover on the Jets. An 8-point game. I was having trouble with the math there. 8-point game here for the Monks as they'll look to close the gap even further. When they were down by 5, that looked like the biggest of their problems, and they ended up down by as much as 15. Ellis, hop step, and a lay-in, and that'll put Kansas City back within 6. This is the type of playmaking that Coach Bernard Slaughter was expecting out of Monta Ellis. He now has 9. However, Monta can't do it alone. Deron Williams, kick out to DeRozan. Can't do anything with it. Johnson quick to close out. Faried in the corner, has no business there. Johnson shows him as much. Here comes Kansas City up the floor. 20 seconds left here in the first half. The Monks want to close out strong. They definitely have had the momentum in the latter half of the second quarter. Beasley, kick out for 3. Can't close the gap, but down with it comes Jeremy Tyler. Here's Ellis going baseline against Williams. Spin move, goes up and knocks down the lay-in. So Beasley couldn't get the 3, but Ellis able to fight his way in and get the 2. And Bryant will put up the long-distance shot as the air ball, and that is the first half. Up by as much as 15, Lehigh Valley had control, but Kansas City closing the gap to 4 heading into the half. Welcome back to Kansas City. This game just got good, and if you want more action like this, Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Coliseum Sports Network YouTube channel, where there will surely be more action just as close and up and down as we've seen in the first half of play in the first game of the season. 47-43. Kansas City closed out the half, trying to claw their way back after being down by as much as 15. Williams passes out of a three. DeRozan indecisive. Finds an open lane, goes up, and draws the blocking foul. And that will be the second on Dalembert, as DeRozan will have to earn his 2 points at the line. DeMar DeRozan has been a key player in this era of Raptors basketball since he was drafted out of USC in 2009. Last year, he averaged 20.1 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game. And that was only in 60 games. He missed the number of games in the middle of the season due to injury. He is able to make both free throws. DeRozan and his Raptors teammate Ross, who's also his teammate here on Lehigh Valley, a part of a Raptors team that looked so good for the first half of the season and then just started to fall in decline until it got to the point that they were swept by the Washington Wizards, who in turn were trending up. And a lot of Raptors fans just came out of the season scratching their head, wondering what went wrong. Deron Williams gets his 10th and 11th points of the game off the simple lay-in down low. Back to an 8-point game here for Lehigh Valley. Kansas City trying to pick up the pieces here. Ellis driving inside, gets past Williams and converts. First 2 points of the half for Kansas City and for Monta Ellis. So back to a 6-point game with almost 10.5 left in the third. Kobe ISO. Doesn't work out. Good closeout defense by Tyreke Evans. Not going to stop Bryant. He'll be undeterred. Trying to score here, but he'll have to give it up to Martin. Gets it back, has to shoot over Evans, and can't convert. 7 boards for Dalembert. And Evans tried to get that pass to Dalembert up top, and they were most likely going to reverse the ball to Joe Johnson, but Samuel not exactly paying attention on that play, and that'll be a Monk turnover. Kansas City shot 37% from the field in the first half, and yet we're only down by 4, but that's thanks in part to the three ball. Joe Johnson had been chucking them up. On the opposite side, considering that Lehigh Valley was taking more of a inside-out approach to the offense, they shot 60% from the field. Evans to Garnett, works it back out to Ellis. And he'll fade away on the baseline. So Monta Ellis has been going to work just as the coaches have wanted him to. Williams gets past Ellis, pulls up from the elbow. Martin will put it back up and draw the foul. No, it's a foul away from the ball. So Deron Williams called for the foul away from the ball, and the Jets will come away with nothing. Kansas City pushes it up the floor, and they will call timeout. 53-47 with 9:14 left in the second quarter. It's CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. Ball inbounded to Tyreke Evans as we come out of the Kansas City timeout. Ellis pulls up, knocks down the jumper. 17 points for Monta Ellis. He has scored all of the Monk points here in the second half, all 6 of them. Here's Williams, gets past Ellis and is able to finish. And this is starting to look like a bit of a point guard duel as Deron Williams has 13. He has 4 here in the third quarter to Ellis's 6. So hopefully we'll get to see more of that here heading into the final stretches of the game, because this is a very good matchup. Williams winning out on that one. Escorts Ellis out of bounds. Lehigh Valley will come up with the ball. Eli coming into the game for Garnett at the power forward position. Bryant goes straight into posting up Tyreke Evans. Post fade, no good. Eli pulling down the board. So it's been a rough shooting day for Kobe, but not a rough passing day. 8 assists. With plenty of game left to go. Ellis in the corner for 3 over Kobe. Kobe's actually been pretty good on defense as well. Definitely been disruptive. Here's DeRozan. Step back jumper over Evans is good. So that's 6 in the quarter for DeRozan. And Ellis can't convert, so he might be getting a little cold here. DeRozan with the runner, and he misses. Ball up top to Evans. Works over Ellis. Long 2 is good. Thought it was a drought, but it was not. He's able to knock down the long 2. 57-51 as Lehigh Valley calls a timeout. Up by 6 with 6:45 left in the third quarter. The CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. Glad you can join us here for the first game of the CBL season. We'll have one game every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through the end of October. Next game coming up will be the Las Vegas Silver Stars and the Alaska Glacier Bears. Be sure to tune in Friday for that. Second unit into the game here for Lehigh Valley. Phil Pressey down low to Faried. And Faried will go up and draw the foul. Haven't heard much out of him. 3 points in the first half. Scoreless early on here in the second half, and we will see if that changes at the line. Kenneth Faried participating along with Kansas City's Trey Burke in the NBA Africa exhibition game. Misses the first free throw. That game was held at the beginning of August in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's really a fun game for all. With a quick in-game appearance from NBA legends Dikembe Mutombo and Hakeem Olajuwon. And Faried goes 0 for at the free throw line, so he still only has 3 points after going 0 for 2 at the charity stripe. Burks, the Kansas City native, gets it over to Tyreke Evans. Here's Burke, finds an opening, but can't convert the layup. Pressey pushing it up the floor, gets it over to Ross. Ball reverses around Gerald Green, can't knock down the 3. Halfway through the third quarter here, and the Jets, despite several attempts from the Monks, have been able to hold on to their lead, which is now at 6. Garnett, ball eventually finds its way to Tyreke Evans. Runner in the paint, no good. Eli pulls down the rebound, still can't convert. Off the disruption from Faried, hands it off to Pressey. Here comes Lehigh Valley. And active hands. Burke gets into the passing lane, and he will finish off. Those are the first 2 points of the season for Trey Burke. And they come with almost 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's the pick from Faried. Kicks it in the corner. Green going to put up the three again. And that one is successful. Gerald Green knocking down his first three of the year after multiple attempts. Burke straightaway three. Off the heel of the rim into the hands of Kenyon Martin. Ball over to Green. He'll drive the lane. Euro step layup and the foul. That'll be the first foul on Garnett. And Green's able to finish the and one opportunity. That's 6 here in the third quarter for Gerald Green. Johnson, forcing his way inside, has to kick it back out to Burke. Gets the good screen from Joe, but nothing comes of it. So now Burke trying to come in from the other end. Shoots past Williams, and he's able to convert. So Trey Burke starting to get a little more aggressive here compared to what he was doing in the first quarter. Sizable advantage for Lehigh Valley in the paint. And Ross missing the three-pointer. Johnson for three. No good, pulled down by Faried. Gets it ahead to Williams. Deron with the ball, kicks it back out. It's Green open for the tray, and it's good. That's 9 in the quarter here for Gerald Green, 17 on the evening. Here's Burke down low and no good. Ball up top to Williams. Lehigh Valley looking to reset. They have gone on another run here and have taken advantage here in the third. Works it over. Terrence Ross can't finish off. Burks out to Burke. Reverses the ball to Johnson. Reversing it back. Alec Burks can't knock down the corner three. Contested by Bryant. Head to Ross. Lehigh Valley trying to extend on an 11-point lead. Long two from Green. No good. Garnett gets the rebound. Slows it down a bit. Burke pulls up, no good. Eli puts it back, no good. Here's Bryant, he stopped. Mid-ranger is a no-go. Burke up top. Works it over, and Burke blocked by the much taller Terrence Ross. We've been stagnant here, 66-55 for a while now. Williams bounce pass to Faried, and opening, lays it up and in. So another run here in the third quarter. This one of the 15-6 variety for Lehigh Valley. The Monks are able to come back, though, in the second quarter. And we'll see if that's what the Monks are able to do in the fourth, as they're definitely going to need it. Burke knocks down the tray, trying to keep Kansas City in this. Burke has 7, and he's had all 7 here in the third quarter. 24 seconds. Next miss will kill the shot clock. And there's a 3 from Terrence Ross. I should have said the next possession change, rather, would kill the shot clock. First 3 of the game for Terrence Ross. First points since the second quarter. 71-58. Johnson trying to fight inside. Kicks it back out to Burke. Pulls up, blocked again by Williams, and that's how we'll close out the third quarter. So after getting back within 4 at the end of the second quarter, Lehigh Valley goes on another run, and now they're up by 13 heading into the fourth. CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. Welcome back to the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Missouri. It's been a roller coaster of a game, but one thing that has not changed is that since very early in the first quarter, the Lehigh Valley Jets have always had the lead. At one point, it was within 4 heading into the half. Heading into the fourth quarter, it was 13. It's been as much as 15. But no matter what, the Lehigh Valley Jets have always been in control. Dalembert getting the backdoor pass, and he's able to go up 21.9 inches to throw down that jam. Full court defense here for Kansas City, as they're going to get back into the game by any means necessary. Here's Faried, who is fouled. That will be number 3 on Dalembert. Ball to Pressey. He'll take it in on his own. Tries to pass it to Faried, who bumbles it, but he's able to recover and knock down the basket. So Faried got a free throw in the first quarter, got 2 points in the second, 2 in the third, and now has 2 here in the fourth quarter. Leads to a nice, easy total of 7 points. Ellis hands it off down low. Jeremy Tyler stuffed. And Lehigh Valley bringing it up the floor, up by 13. Looking to extend the lead and put it away to get their first win of the season. Pressey with the ball. Alley-oop to Faried. Deron Williams hasn't partaken in Lob City, hasn't found an apartment there just yet, but Phil Pressey has been looking for the guys, has been taken to the skies, and has led to some very fun alley-oops. Here's Ellis fighting his way inside, gets it off to Tyler, and Jeremy Tyler able to get his first points of the season. Jets have fought their way in the paint. They've come out successful, shooting 58% from the field. Kansas City has been holding pat at that 37% number as they come up with a turnover. Kansas City will see if they can improve from the field. Ellis finds an open lane. Flies inside and draws the foul. That's the second one on Faried. So Ellis will go to the line. He only had 2 points in the first quarter, but since then he's been on a tear. 9 in the second quarter, 8 in the third. So you now 22. Make that 23. I'd rather make that 21. I think I added 2 points there for him. 12-point game, 75-63. Second free throw, just as good. Williams dealing with Ellis out in the backcourt. Thought we were having makings of a point guard duel heading into the end of the game, but we haven't seen much of that since. Harkless with the ball on the free throw line, hands it back to Bryant. Trying to get past the defenders. Step through layup, able to convert. Johnson blocked by Harkless, and Bryant comes up with it on the run. Hands it off down low. Harkless loses the ball going up, but gets it back and knocks down the layup. (79-64). It's back up to 15 here for Lehigh Valley. Definitely looking to put this one away. Floater, no good by Monta. And the pass out ahead to Bryant, pushes it up the floor. Williams against Dalembert. Fade away from straightaway, no good by Deron Williams. Works it over. Ellis for three. No good. In skies Tyler for the rebound and the putback. Pass ahead to Williams. He's going to try to fight his way out of the backcourt. And he can't. 8-second violation. Good defense by Monta Ellis. Monta gets the inbounds. He'll come in out of the backcourt. Evans up top. He'll just float in and can't convert. Faried with the rebound. Waits for Bryant to get back up. And Bryant will operate the offense here. Posting up. Stolen by Garnett. Veteran on veteran. And now Kansas City has the opportunity to cut into the deficit. Running out of time here. 7:04 remaining. Down by 13. Johnson drives inside. The contact from Martin. The ball pinballing everywhere and into the hands of the Jets. On the run here. And Williams gets it low block. Fakes out. Monta is able to go up and in. 15 points for Deron Williams. Evans tries to get in. He's stuck. Tries to kick it out. It's Ellis. Can't get it up in time, and a shot clock violation on Kansas City. So a big defensive stop there for Lehigh Valley, trying to quelch any chance of a comeback here out of the Monks. 6:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Bryant getting it back from the 94th foot on the court. Bryant gets the ball from Williams. Bounce pass down low. Kenyon Martin shooting over Dalembert. Can't convert. Faried gets the put back slam. 11 and 14 for Faried today. And Faried has really gotten going here in the fourth quarter. What better time to come through? Ball down low. Ellis facing up against Williams. Puts it up, and the floater good just outside the restricted area. So that's 23 for Monta. I'd almost given him an extra 2 points earlier when he drew that foul. Euro step layup. Good answer from Deron Williams. Williams has 17. Coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. It's getting late for Kansas City. Ellis open on the baseline. And that's no good. That one bounced all over the place. And couldn't even get the home team discount. Lehigh Valley running their next set. Gerald Green knocking down the three. Three threes here in the second half from Gerald Green. And it's now a 20-point game. Evans still can't convert. So this one's definitely gotten away from Kansas City. Here's Williams still trying to fight his way inside. Gets it off to Green. To Williams. Bounce pass from one block to the next. Williams gets it back. He'll just put it up himself. And the Jets just piling on, trying to set the statement here, set the tone. There's only 10 games per team this season, so every win counts. And just this single win could go a long way towards Lehigh Valley's chances of getting into the postseason. Joe Johnson finally stopping the bleeding as he's able to get 2 points, and he'll cut the deficit back to 20. Green down low to Kenyon Martin. That one rolls out. Rebound by Garnett. A little over 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter, and it looks like Lehigh Valley will come away with this victory. Ball up top. Johnson knocks down the three. So Joe Johnson has a thing or two to say about it. His team's still down 17, but 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. CBL basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. I said earlier, if you're from southeastern Pennsylvania, you'd probably like this video. You'll probably really like it now that there's 3 minutes left and it's a 17-point lead. So be sure to like this video. And if you want to see more Lehigh Valley Jets action, 9 games left in the season after this for them, be sure to subscribe here to the Coliseum Sports Network. And if you're from the state of Missouri or the state of Kansas, you should probably like and subscribe anyways, just for the hope for a better game next time out. Next matchup for Kansas City will be on the 3rd of September as Deron Williams knocks down the jumper. Next game for Kansas City, September 3rd at the Omaha Racers, as Kansas City will call another timeout. We'll actually stay here for this one. Omaha Racers are taking the name from the former CBA team that won the 1993 championship. So they'll be back out on the court at the CenturyLink Center. That'll be their second game of the season as well on September 3rd. Next game for Lehigh Valley, you have to believe will come in with some momentum. will still be out on the road. They'll rack up some frequent flyer miles, heading out to London, the O2 Arena, to take on the London Bulldogs. That'll be on September 6th. All these games will be posted here on the Coliseum Sports Network YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe. 2:17 left in the fourth quarter. Evans up top here against Bryant. Shakes him, breaks his ankles, and finishes with a casual lay-in. So that's something to get the crowd excited. 92-75. And Kobe Bryant struggling to get out the backcourt. Bails himself out with the pass to Williams. And I'm not sure if I'm looking at my scorecard correctly, but I think I am. That ankle breaker finished with the lay-in was the first 2 points that Tyreke Evans has scored in this game. And that's something that Bernard Slaughter is probably not going to like, considering that Tyreke Evans, as Joe Johnson knocks down the jumper, Tyreke Evans is somebody that Coach Slaughter was hoping will be one of those dynamic scorers for Kansas City. But in this game, he has essentially been shut down. Joe Johnson has gotten his points, but at the expense of some rough shooting. But Monta Ellis has been pretty much the only beacon in this game, him and Michael Beasley off the bench. So definitely one for the film room to see if they can improve as they'll take on Omaha up the road in Omaha next week. Dalembert shoots that one from behind the basket. So that'll be out of bounds. 92-77, and the benches will clear. Still some full court defense here as Harkless tries to pass that one cross court to Faried. Cornerback-like deflection by Jeremy Tyler ends up with Melvin Eli on the offensive end drawing the foul. Jeremy Evans, his first personal. Melvin Eli spent last season in Japan for the Gunma Crane Thunder. We'll find out where he'll end up. He played 2 games with the New Orleans Hornets back in 2014. Averaging 5.3 points with 5 teams over his 9-year career. He did spend some time in the D-League as well. So Melvin Eli still has a love for the game. And we'll see where his endeavors takes him. Misses the free throws. And now it's mere seconds. Here's Phil Pressey out on the floor. But more than happy to lob it up. We'll see if he'll find anybody else here in the waning moments of Game 1. Nope, he'll just take it up himself. So the shot's good by Phil Pressey. His first 2 points of the game. Here's Eli. Works it up top to Burks. And blocked. And Lehigh Valley will come up with it, most likely going to run out the clock here. And there is your ball game. Game 1 of 40 goes to the Lehigh Valley Jets as they're able to blow out the homestanding Kansas City Monks 94-77. We thank you for watching this presentation of CBA basketball on the Coliseum Sports Network. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm Raymond Sims. Have a good one.